63, baby.
He has a hard time, it's a boat, an airplane, he doesn't know.
Keep rocking, G!
Hi guys, my name is Andres Lema. I am from Colombia. I am 44 years old and I have been a Kiss fan since the beginning. Kiss is a fundamental part of my life. I love you guys. I think the current band is absolutely the best, and the new music I make, Sonic Boom Monster, is amazing. Have you thought about making a live vibe with all these great songs?
Nice. Yeah.
We really haven't spent any time thinking about it. After another studio album or two, maybe there'll be something to document. Well, we're just getting started.
I want to say that most of the time Paul and I get all the attention. So let's just take a moment. We are so proud and humbled to be in a band with Eric and Tommy. Both are triple threats. They play great, they can sing, they love being in the band. It reminds us what teamwork is all about. This could be the first record for Kiss. This is just the beginning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I see it.
My name is Dana from Seymour, Connecticut. My question takes you back a few years. Is there a story behind the development of the KISS logo?
Sure.
We all know it. Yeah, we all know it.
The way it started was we were doing shows around New York, and at that point, we were kind of pivotal in self-promotion, putting up posters around the city, designing ads for the newspaper, and we were doing a show at a factory. It was a factory during the day, and at night they would have bands come in and play. And we did an ad for the paper, and Ace did a very crude logo of the K and I, and two slashes as the S. And from that, a few concerts later in New York, I sat down and designed what we still use on everything. The logo that I drew on my parents' coffee table on a piece of paper with a ruler is what is on every t-shirt that you have and any other piece of merchandise. If you look at the two S's, they're not exactly parallel to each other. And when we got a deal at the record company, they wanted to know if they could redraft it to make it perfect. And I said, it got us this far, so that's what's on everything. What I drew on my table, Ace started the concept, the logo was designed and drawn by me.
Hello, my name is Roger from Norway, Stavanger. Thank you for coming to my hometown next year for the Viking Fest.
You got some great hats.
That's my question. What do you think of all these crazy Kiss fans getting tattoos?
Obviously, everybody can't do it. What humbles us is the relationship that we have with people from 30, 40 countries around the world who come together once a year to celebrate everything Kiss. It's humbling for us, and we hope we never let you down.
Thank you.
I agree.
Hi, I'm Ronnie from North Carolina, and I'm the girl who cried her eyes out when I met you.
Keep it together. You got this.
The questions were to an aspiring rock star. How do you deal with hecklers in the audience, and how do you get over shyness on stage to come out of your shell?
Listen, this is something you gotta remember. There is no one who's beyond criticism. Not everybody likes Jesus. You're always gonna have people who are gonna say something to you. Don't take from anybody. You can do it. You're a winner. You wanna know how big of a rock star you are? Let's hear it for her! You rock! You rock!
Can I tell you something? When I was younger, I was afraid to play people off. We recently played in Cleveland, and two of my high school friends that I knew since I was about 13 came to the show, and they said, "We remember, Eric, you would never play drums in front of us. You were totally shy." And they were shocked to see, what I ended up doing. So you have to build your confidence, and that comes from just doing what you love every day and never give up and stay focused. And eventually, you get where you want to be.
We're going to get her a date with the first guy that asked the question to Gene, so they'll get it together.
Hi guys, my name is Kelly Rogers. I'm from California. And first of all, thank you for doing stuff like this. The question is, but Paul, specifically, you have said that there are albums in the past that didn't really sonically, capture the band properly. If you could go back and completely start over and re-record, mix and master, one of the albums from the 70s or 80s, which would you choose?
Well, I think there's two questions there. In terms of albums that don't sound sonically as I hoped they would, probably the first, second, and third, mainly because we didn't have anybody to work with who could capture what we were about live. We've always been a ferocious live party band, and those albums tended to be a bit tame. The songs were great. I think it took until about Kiss Alive to start to capture it. But over the time, we lost it again. We'll listen to some of our albums and go, that doesn't sound so great. But honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. I stand by everything we did. If you were to go in the studio and change one of those albums, you're effing with history. I mean, we've got children, so I said effing. We don't want to F with our history. We're proud of everything we did. We may have made some mistakes, but we made up for it.
Hi, my name is Adrian Becerra, and I'm from San Diego, California, and Mexico. And my question is for my Paul. Paul, your first makeup design back in 1973 was a mask over both eyes, and you were tentatively going by the name The Bandit. What prompted you to scrap that image or character, and what was your influence and inspiration to create the iconic Star Child image and character that we all love?
Well, it's interesting because I started off with the star, and the initial photos of the band, and a bunch of shows we did, I had the star. The record company president, who at that time we gave more power to than perhaps we should have, said that he didn't like it, and he thought that dancing around on stage and being what he considered flamboyant was not macho enough. So he wanted me to lumber around on the stage and come up with a makeup that was less dramatic. So I came up with that Lone Ranger looking mask. And it actually lasted about a month, but there were photos done. We did a photo shoot, And sometimes history gets reversed and people tend to think that's how it started. It actually had about a month run, and then I said, screw this, you stay behind your desk, I'm the guy on stage, have a good day.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Hopkins from Buckley, Washington. And that's Andy Moyen from Massachusetts. We really don't have a question for you. What we've got is a little story to tell. When KK2 was announced, Andy decided that we ought to get a bunch of people together and have a living in sin party at the Holiday Inn. And as things got going, quite a few people wanted to show up. So I got a hold of Andy and I said, hey, you know what? Let's have a raffle. Let's raise some money for the Wounded Warriors. So as it got going a little bit bigger, I contacted Adri and said, Adri, do you mind if we come over to the HRC party you're putting on, do our Wounded Warrior raffle? So we did. Got a lot of great contributions, used them as donations. We raised a hell of a lot of money, and we wanted to show you what we did.
How much?
Ready? Wow! $6,026.
Obviously, we're not all from the same country, but we're blessed that we all live in free countries. Don't ever forget that the people who are most important are the people who keep you free. Those are the people who need your support when they come home from fighting. Those are the heroes. We're proud of the people who support the Wounded Warrior Care Project. We've got some amazing soldiers and people, men and women in this country who volunteer to fight on our behalf and keep the country free. You all live in free country. Take care of the people who keep you free.
These guys are big names. That's unbelievable. Congratulations. How much you got? Just kidding.
Hi, my name is Ray. I'm from Houston, Texas.
It's going to be la-di-da. The brick plays Let Me Know as the first song. And I'm going, wow, that's pretty good. Wow. This guy can sing, looks good. I should go back to the corner where I came from. And that's how we first met. He did not like me.
Who would know? Here we are 40 years later, and I couldn't be more proud to have this relationship. It's been a blast. It's been a blast, and whatever you hear over the years, the proof is we're still together.
Hi, my name is Martin from Montreal, Canada. I'm a fan since '79, and this is the best Kiss lineup ever. My question is for each member. If you can make a solo record and you can buy any best musician you want, dead or alive, who will be rhythm guitar, lead guitar, drummer, bass, and singer?
My favorite, if I could put a fantasy band together, I guess Jimmy Page would play guitar, John Paul Jones would play bass, John Bonham would play drums, Robert Plant would sing, and I'd stay home.
You know, for me, it would be, it would have to be Paul McCartney.
kidding. You know, we speak to a lot of people, and just from us playing, there's nobody who plays like Eric. He is just a dynamo. And the funniest thing is, he's one of the strongest people we could imagine to have singing in the band. And when he first joined the band, we didn't even know he could sing. So,
I remember I showed up at rehearsal and I said to Gene and Paul, what part do you want me to sing? Just assuming they wanted to help out. They're like, Gene's like, well, can you sing this? And I'd be like, no, that's too high. Or can you sing this? No, that's too low. And Gene was gracious enough to actually change a lot of the parts that he normally would sing so he could help me learn how to, be a background singer in the band. So I have to thank really Paul and Gene for helping me develop whatever limited singing ability I have. But getting back to our people we like to play with, I've been very blessed to play with a lot of my heroes, aside from playing in KISS, because I was a huge KISS fan, just like all of you in the beginning. And so, I tell people the story. I cut their picture out of a magazine. It was called Rock Scene. And Paul told me he sent the photo in. And I remember I cut it out and I had it glued on I had like a armoire in my bedroom to keep your clothes in. And my mother reminded me, I remember you had those pictures of KISS on your wall. And if you would have told me I ended up in the band, be careful what you wish for, right? But getting back to your question, I'm not going to play with some of my favorite musicians, but the ultimate band would be probably like Jimi Hendrix or Jeff Beck on guitar. Paul McCartney on bass, of course. Yeah. And I'd probably want a second drummer, and probably Ringo, because he played the greatest songwriters ever is the Beatles, and he played drums on that stuff.
The reason Eric doesn't really go into having played with his favorite bands is that he was actually in bands. So, Queen, Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, he's playing with everybody. So, we're lucky, and there you have it. My dream band, when I was a kid, I literally dreamed I was in the Beatles. Remember, I said I was delusional. I used to, even though I'm a foot taller and 100 pounds heavier, because those guys are little. I used to dream where I came from, where we lived for a while, Jackson Heights, Queens, that I used to run ahead of them because my legs were longer when the girls were chasing us. There were 5 Beatles, I was one of them.
Illinois, and my question's for all of you guys, and I wanted to know, now that you've sailed on this cruise with me twice, what did you enjoy the